time now for the penultimate act of the first half. Let's have a big round of applause as you welcome to the stage, John Dunn.
Hello, good evening. Thank you very much. Apologies, I'm using the book. Putin's fucked up my best joke. It was written 2 months, so I'm going to have to take it back a few months if you come with me on that journey. It's a long journey, but yeah. My name's John. As you can see, I'm a bit of a Johnny-come-lately to this. Anyone here from Birmingham? We've already had that one, haven't we? Of course we have. Fourth act. I've recently moved to Birmingham in September. Been here a while now, from Shropshire, and so far I've learned that Birmingham is a big city with a very dense population. That's all the GCSE geography material used up. But where I moved from in rural Shropshire, people in my local Bath, Barleymow, said, "Oh yeah, good times. The village has finally lost its idiot." So I'm fitting in quite well so far. No, I'm only joking. Actually, people are brilliant here. Been here 6 months. Fantastic people. So, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm married. Yeah, I'm one of those who cheers. Yeah, hence the hat. And my wife's from Nam. Some of you have met her already. Twickenham. Yeah, so it was a bit of a slog. I was a bit of a slag, it says there. No, I can't read my own writing. It was a bit of a slog driving down there every weekend from Shropshire before we moved from Birmingham. Often got stuck at that wretched M5, M6 junction, the RAC building. I'm sure you know it well, but it was all worth it in the end. First time. No, my wife really is Vietnamese. Lived over there for a couple of years. Started off as an inappropriate student-teacher relationship. All the rage over there. Just ask Rolf Harris. And I told myself I wouldn't do that. Couldn't resist it. And Gary Glitter. Yeah, those. Anyway, less said about those two, the better. But no. I taught adults in a university and a private language school. And I get a bit offended. Faux offended, really. I don't care. What some of my friends called me before, during, and after I was in Vietnam, they called me a sex tourist for going over there as a fat, greying single man. But not that it's really anyone else's business at all. But I wasn't a sex tourist. I was a sex traveller. There's a difference. So you go full in on the lifestyle. I was there for 2 years. 2 weeks. Anyway, who cares what they think? Doesn't matter, does it? So yeah. Anyway. She's not here tonight, so the joke's on me, really, isn't it? Because I went there for the motorbikes and came back with a wife. And I just remember this. Shortly after 14% of marriages, a motorcycle loses its home. So it's heartbreaking. That's what happened to my bike. Gone. Right. So I took my wife from a rapidly developing country with ever-increasing opportunities, Vietnam, to a rapidly declining county, Shropshire. Stale, elderly Shropshire. Yeah, where you have to wait until someone keels over to get a decent job. And if you're not related to them, then you can forget it. Funny, but it's also true. That's kind of why we're here. No, it is a beautiful place, I'm sure. It's not a million miles away. Sure, some of you have been to Shropshire. Magical place to grow up, and well worth a visit. Just don't work there. Yeah, when my wife and I considered moving to Birmingham, we came to have a look, and it was my 40th birthday during COVID times. It was like end of October, beginning of November, was it last year? Yeah, should remember that, but memory's not the best. We stayed at the Radisson Blu, Holloway Circus, and whilst my wife was in the bathroom for hours on end, I had to walk around down, Smallbrook Queensway and Hare Street down there. Bit of an eye-opener for hey country boy. And there's lots of takeaways, aren't there? There's absolutely loads of takeaways. Birmingham's famous for that, we know that. And obviously Village Man here came to the conclusion that Birmingham has more halals than Venice. Obviously really enjoying the people so far. My work takes me all around and out into the wider area, and my wife said to me, she also met a few people. I said we're going to like Walsall and Cannock and places like that. And she said, I really like that. She's being Vietnamese, it was just the way she said it. I really like those black country folk. And I was like, you're in the country. And, you know, I guess I'm a teacher, so I have to that's partly my fault. That's how the word says it. But hopefully we've got over that now. Yeah. And obviously black country, really interesting accent, isn't it? And not even I struggle with it at times. I think the best sentence I heard was in Walsall, and my wife asked me what it meant, and I couldn't really answer. It was, "Am you going?" And she said, what's he said? And I said, well, it's either are you going or how you doing, or both. And if it's both, well, that's a brilliant, it's a genius contribution to the English language. And, she just gave me the stare, as she does. She just gave me the stare, she's like, "This is your country," she snapped back at me. Anyway, but domestic life, I won't bore you with it too much. She's going on at me to get a new toaster. She doesn't even eat toast, right? One of the handles on ours has snapped. I said, we can have a new one, I'll make a bit of room for it in the domestic budget. But with toasters, as with many other things in life, can often be a case of better the breville you know. So yeah, she called me village man. We'll skip that bit where I embarrassed her in Uniqlo in London. Right, and here we go. This is where Putin, I've written this before, obviously, the shit that's gone on last week and goes on, unfortunately. Putin spoiled my best joke, my best bit. So let me take you back to a time where Donald Trump and King the Wrong'un Jong'un were considered to be the worst people on the planet. And I haven't been smart or witty enough to adapt this bit anyway. So before we got married, it's tradition over there in Vietnam to go and see a fortune teller. It's not really my kind of thing, the hocus pocus, voodoo hoodoo bullshit. I'm not really into that. But anyway, to keep the peace with her and her mum, I went along, didn't I? And they're quite religious and spiritual in Vietnam. I don't claim to understand a lot of it. Anyway, I thought it'd be an official place, like at the town hall or registry office or something like that. And her mum Lily had been, that's not her English name, had been going on for ages about this fortune teller. Apparently she's a minor celebrity locally, and said she foresaw Russia's annexation of the Crimean Peninsula in a bowl of seafood noodle soup. She could have given the Ukrainians a heads up, couldn't she? And you see, that was all right 2 months ago, and unfortunately it isn't now. But anyway, almost there. So anyway, when we got there, the sign read "closed due to unforeseen circumstances," and I thought to myself, she couldn't be that good then. So we went to a coffee shop instead, and I stared into my flat white, thinking, looking for signs of what our future would be like together. And all I saw was, not bad for Vietnam, was just the one mosquito in my flat white, and but so far so good. 3 years and counting. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for coming in.
And please welcome to the stage the final act of the first half, Jamie Douglas.